The daughter rides up, thinking Dad bought her a Christmas gift, but it's just a misunderstanding. Annie didn't leave him. She just reminded him about the New Year party. Since he can't change anything, Jack just has to roll with the his reality falls short of his dreams, and the cheap rough clothes in his closet are making him frown. Just when lost, his daughter walked in, curious eyes on him, his gaze made her want to flee. At the party, he picked a respectable home outfit. A charming lady helped him with his coat, talk about the scene straight out of a rom-com. Though she seemed interested, he couldn't care less, and was instead watching Annie, feeling a strange sense of happiness. How weird is that? After dinner, Annie casually asked Jack to take the dog out. He really didn't want to, but hey, what a good hubby he is to comply. When he returns, Anna's asleep. The pajamas by the bed warm his heart, their first taste of home. Waking to an empty bed, he thought it was a dream, but child's cries yanked him back. Rude awakening. He knocks on the bathroom door to tell Annie about the crying baby, only to be told it's his turn to babysit. All that as he reluctantly walks to the crib, the sight before him leaves him flabbergasted. What a test this is. With a blank mind, thankfully, his daughter steps in to help, but his clumsy attempts raise her eyebrows. His daughter thinks this new dad is like an alien who has abducted her once mighty father, filling the scene with absurdity and comedy. What a comedy of errors indeed. "Welcome to daycare," he exclaimed with a touch of humor, while the little ones merely stared back blankly, showing no signs of being impressed or amused in the slightest. Thanks to his daughter, Jack finally drops the little one off at daycare, but he's still lost about what's next. "Annie, could you tell me where I should go next?" "Daycare, sweetheart. That's where you work," she replies, and he seems to finally get it. "What's going on?" "I'm actually a daycare teacher, you see." "Yeah, it's my father-in-law's shop, and I'm stuck working 8 hours a day. Talk about a grind." His office walls are plastered with family photos. Though he doesn't know why he's smiling, those smiles radiate genuine happiness. Reminiscing about 1988, Jack feels all sorts of emotions bubbling up. But this Jack didn't hop on a plane. He chose to settle down and get married. What a head-scratcher. At night, he caught a news report about a deal he was supposed to handle going to a subordinate. He couldn't help but chuckle. Just then, Annie bursts in, yanks the curtains, turns off the TV, and cranks up the music like a night thief. The kids have already drifted off to dreamland, and finally, they have their cherished alone time together. Jack notices Annie is still stunning, just as enchanting as she was in the past. But after all these years, she's even more graceful and charming, leaving Jack all nostalgic. He rushes to the bathroom, filled with a sense of regret for the surprises they missed out on all this time. But as he gets all set, he finds Jack is already fast asleep, leaving him chuckling. With her thoughtful touch, Annie tucks him in and plants a kiss on his forehead, closing the chapter on this rare moment together. But all this is part of Jack's plan. He's still not ready for this new phase of life. Talk about drama. Shopping with the family for the first time, Jack's mind is running wild with complaints. Who knew life could be this stressful? "Have you been here for far too long? Or what could it be?" Annie begins to wonder about his patience, and it's truly quite amusing. He spots a fancy piece of clothing that catches his eye, but the price tag. Oh, it's a total punchline. Annie is stunned. She can't believe her once passionate husband feels so lost now. It's concerning. "Is everything we've worked for just in your head?" Annie starts to doubt. Jack apologizes for his outburst, but those mundane annoyances linger like a bad hangover. 13 years ago, he should have stayed. He shouldn't have given up this easy ride, but Annie thinks otherwise. The kids, they didn't return to the city life, but ran the family tire shop together, truly thought-provoking. Life may be simple, but it's fulfilling. His heart swells with mixed feelings. To vent his frustrations, he drags his friend to the bowling alley, such a classic. Here he runs into the lady from the party, and her quirky moves makes Jack suspicious. "Hey, I totally wore that dress to grab your attention and even recommended you the anti-burst tires. The kids are in the same dance class, so she dresses up to pick them up. What an eye for drama. This weekend, the house is empty. I hope you drop by. Those words are borderline hypnotic, making Jack feel eager. But when he asks his buddy for her address, his friend turns pale, as if he's seen a ghost. She's a handful, man. Watch out. Jack's heart races. Jack's clueless about his friend's panic, but on his way home, he stumbles upon an old tape, sparking his curiosity. Upon opening, he finds precious footage of Anna's 22nd birthday. What a blast. He invited town folks, and despite his off-key singing, every lyric drips with love for Annie. Such pure feelings felt like a luxury now, leaving Jack feeling guilty. It's truly heartbreaking. If it weren't for his selfish desires, maybe he'd be like Jack in another world of simple, grounded happiness. He realizes that it's never too late to start mending and changing. There's still hope. The next morning, he's woken up by their dog and, free from his former stress, he's nailing the parenting gig. Before he knows it, he's settled into his new family. Back in the bedroom, Annie has a surprise. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you don't miss out on more exciting content.